In this episode, we're leaving Toadsuck Park and making our way toward Lake Dardanelle State Park. It's only an hour drive, so not that bad. And yeah, we got passed on a double yellow. Part of our plan for today is to avoid Interstate 40 and take some of these smaller highways like 60, 113, and 64. Part of this route is called the Arkansas River Trail, so we'll parallel the Arkansas River for a little while, eventually cross over it, and then parallel Interstate 40. This is some sort of paper mill, perhaps? It doesn't really add to the scenic view, but it sure is interesting. This is the Conway County Courthouse. It was designed in 1928 in a combination of Greek, Roman, and Italian Renaissance styles. And we've made it to Morrilton. Morrilton is about 50 miles northwest of Little Rock. Population, 7,000. Oh look, goats! There must be a really good song on the radio. See all of those cars and semi-trucks driving fast over there in the distance? Yeah, that's Interstate 40, and that's what we're avoiding. And we've made it to Atkins, home of Pickle Fest. Yeah, it's a thing. Actually, fried dill pickles were invented here. It was the summer of '63, and Burnell Austin, the owner of a local drive-in called the Duchess, invented fried dill pickles. He sliced those babies lengthwise, deep-fried them in a secret family recipe, and the rest is history. Oh, Russellville. I love this town. In fact, it's one of my favorite towns in all of Arkansas. Actually, my husband and I went to college here. It's one of those towns that has grown a lot over the years, but has never lost its small town friendly feel. Every Christmas they light the courthouse up in beautiful twinkling lights. They have a parade, a live nativity, the whole bit. It's wonderful. I mean, just look at this downtown area. And we have arrived. This is Lake Dardanelle State Park. It sits on a 34,000-acre reservoir on the Arkansas River. It's a beautiful campground. They have a lot of fishing tournaments out here, so there's a sport fishing weigh-in pavilion, a fishing pier if you don't have a boat, a swim beach, boardwalk, trail, and one of my favorite visitor centers because of all of the freshwater aquariums. Oh, I see a schoolie. When I grow up, I want a schoolie. Right there on the right, do you see that bridge? That's the beginning of the walking trail. We won't have time to do it on this trip, but it'll just give us an excuse to come back again. We booked our campsite kind of last minute, so we just had to take what was available. We now know that this section here is an older section. All of these campsites are closer together, which makes them a little bit harder to back into. These on the riverside have great views, or should I say lakeside, but they are a bit tight, and there is no sewer hookups here. If you want sewer hookups, you have to go to this other peninsula. I'm going to take you over there right now. It's a lot wider, campsites are spread out, easier to pull into for the big rigs. And they have these AAA sites here, which means they have sewer hookups. So if you're looking for that, you'll want to book this peninsula. These two fifth wheels down here on the end have it made in the shade, or should I say, made in the sunset. These two spots are pull-through spots, so you don't even have to worry about backing that thing in there. And, like I said before, they're AAA, which means they have sewer, and you are just broadside to the view here. This is a memorial for William Lovely. We've been reliably informed that Mr. Lovely is not actually buried here. William Lovely was an assistant agent to the Cherokee in Tennessee and was named an Indian agent to the Arkansas Cherokee in 1813. He moved here with his wife, Persis. Wow, just look at that view. And with Mount Nebo in the distance, it's perfect. If you're wondering what that smokestack looking thing is on the horizon, that's actually Arkansas Nuclear 1. This power plant produces enough power for 700,000 people. In fact, it's not smoke that comes out the top, it's steam. That is a 447-foot tall cooling tower. Pretty cool, huh? When we come back, I'm gonna get that spot right there. I think it's the best spot in the whole place. Well, good morning. This squirrel was determined to eat my breakfast. I promise you, he nearly crawled up my leg. Let's go to the visitor center. This visitor center is one of my favorites. What really sets it apart from some of the others I've been to are the huge aquariums. And it looks like we timed it perfectly. They're feeding the fish. Yum. Those are honeybees that come in and out of the visitor center through that tunnel. They have the requisite raised relief map so we can get an idea of what's around us. This is where we are right now. That flat-topped mountain in the distance is Mount Nebo. It's a pretty cool looking turtle shell. I believe these are mussel shells. And this is petrified wood. This piece is remarkably heavy. I think this would be better as a two-handed project. There has to be something in here, right? There you are. This visitor center also has a really great video on the Trail of Tears. We watched it and I learned so much that I did not know before. This information here on the wall is definitely worth a read as well. Oh, and I also just remembered that they have a video about the Arkansas River.
There are a lot of great things to choose from here in the gift shop, and I'm a sucker for a good book. Or a magnet, maybe a walking stick. Perhaps I just need a Lake Bum t-shirt. I'll tell you what I don't need, suckers with crickets in them. Or worms. Have you ever tried anything like this? How about salt and vinegar crickets?
No thanks. Let's go for a walk.
Site 27 there is really close to the bathroom. That's a perk. And speaking of bathrooms, I've said before that Toadsuck Park has some of the cleanest bathrooms I've ever seen, but the only ones that could rival that are these. And check this out. You get a sink, shower, and toilet all in one room, and it's all immaculate.
I'm really liking some of these lakeside spots. And check that out, it's like a cargo trailer conversion, but factory. These two spots here at the end share the same concrete pad. That would only work if you knew who you were camping with, and even then it might be too close. There's that schoolie again. Ooh, a Jeep with a rooftop tent. I like that. I like all of these spots through here, even if they are older and a little harder to back into. Except for that one. Remind me not to camp in that one. It's just a little too close to the road. Well, it's resupply day. We've been here for a few days and it's time to make a trip to the grocery store for things like bread, milk, eggs, you know, all the usual suspects. And while we're on our way out, let's take a look at what we've got here. Here is beautiful Dardanelle Lake, lots of picnic tables there on the shore, and people fishing. That looks like a good spot. This is the swim area. It's a little cold right now, but it's a perfect spot when it's summertime. One thing I love about Arkansas roads is that you can feel like you're driving in the middle of nowhere, and then they'll just dump you out in the middle of town. Oh, and we need bananas. We can't live without bananas. And I usually bring my bread machine on these trips, but I was trying to keep it simple this time. Don't you wish it was actually that fast? One thing we forgot to do was get our Arkansas State Park's passports stamped. So we stopped by the visitor center to get one of the interpreters to stamp them for us. You can actually get a stamp for each of the 52 state parks in Arkansas. And what makes Lake Dardanelle State Park fun is that you get the state park stamp and a little fish stamp. Hey man, I don't know what it is you're wanting, but I don't have it. Listen, you don't have to go away mad. This is the camp area that's not on the lake. It's shady. Oh, there's that schoolie. I wish I would have met those people. here's a look at the boat ramp for all the fishermen out there. Today is the day we pack up and move on. So, you know what that means. Yep, a trip to the dump station. Oh, and we forgot to have all the kids use the restroom before we left. Pull over. We are now making our way toward the Buffalo National River, so that's where we'll be in the next episode. It was a white-knuckle trip because we took the wrong highway, but when we get there, there'll be lots of floating, hiking, and sightseeing. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you around Arkansas.